Hey, my name's Jay, and I'm a DM, and this time something unusual happened to the city of Waterdeep. It froze in time. Um, this was caused by the god of time, Labelas Enoreth. You see, he was on a vacation from a year from now to today, because in this moment, the city of Waterdeep hasn't yet been destroyed by demons and the dark wizard. The fighter and the wizard, both native Waterdevians, um, were of course naturally distressed by this message from the future, and so they decided to change the timeline by messing around in this moment, right here, right now. They have to be careful, however, because time itself is guarded by a dark creature only known as a Fane. So yeah, hi. This wasn't a very different session than usual, as you probably noticed. And the players commented that same thing too. So yeah, we did this session because one player couldn't make it, the warlock. And yeah, so I thought about doing something different, and for some reason the scene with the Sigil Order out of Skyrim, where they freeze time, um, somehow that jumped into my head, and I thought that's fun. Let's see if we can do something with it. Also that week, like that channel, How to Be a Great DM, had like a 1 minute challenge of like doing something with board gods, and somehow the two things just connected, and that's how we come here with Labelas Enoreth, the Elven god of time. I specifically didn't choose the god Chronos of time, because yeah, like that guy is evil, and also if you are really like a lore nerd like me, he's currently in prison, so imprisoned in Tartarus. So yeah, that's not really an option. But Labelas seemed like a cool dude. Anyway, I for this session I prepared a couple of scenes, you know. And the idea was like they would be frozen in time, like a snapshot. And yeah, only the players and Labelas Enoreth and the Fane could move around because they weren't frozen for some mysterious reason. Well, Labelas because he's a time god, and the Fane he's a time creature. The the two players why they aren't frozen. Well, they didn't ask, so I don't have to find a reason. Ha, nice and easy. Anyway, it did feel. Yeah, this session did feel quite different. With yeah, no one really moving around. So yeah, the first thing the players did to mess with time was like all NPCs with hats, and even PCs with a hat. Sorry, warlock. They like flipped the hats off their head, and so that was fun. And yeah, just like fun playing around. And but the more serious thing, the first one was they went to the Temple of Gond. Well, they went to they asked if there was something special going on, and I said like the Day of Wonders, because that was like the first thing it came to mind. And that's with like the party with all the constructs. And so they went to the Temple of Gond where it was, and they well, they still messed around a bit, replaced flowers with knives, did heads, remove heads still, wind up like little dog, and they also discovered two nimblewrights signing each other. One they like pushed under like an empty bucket. So a bucket will fall on his head while the water from it. And the other they pushed from the balcony. So yeah. And this for me this is fun because now I have to like find a way how this will influence well the future, quote unquote, but more importantly the campaign. I have some fun ideas, but yeah, I won't share those yet because they're secret. And yeah, some things they changed might come back to you know haunt the players. So muhahaha. Looking very much forward to it. Yeah, I think it was fun. Also at the temple, the wizard found like a staff, and he smashed like a prize-winning model of a submarine, so or steamboat. I kind of forget what it was. So yeah, that's the thing that happened. They were after they messed about enough in the temple, they were chased away by the Fane. The Fane is a creature I personally first discovered when the channel AJ Pickett talked about him, and I like instantly knew I wanted to use one of them someday. And today was the day. So yeah, I will put a link in the description if I can remember it. It's a fun monster. I believe they aren't officially in 5th edition yet, and I don't know if they ever will be. But yeah, basically their stick is they're time traveling monsters. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And yeah, personally I added that for this session that like he's feeding off of time energy because of time standing still, and he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and finally near the end of the session he was like bigger than a house. So that was pretty cool, and I don't know if I like used him his full potential. You know, I kind of used him to keep the players moving a little bit, because I was worried that like the game would stagnate too much, and I'm not sure if I pushed enough. You know, if they felt enough pressure. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, after they were chased out of the temple, they went to like a shopping mall, a street, where out of a bookstore they they met the mentor of the wizard. He teaches magic, and he also for the first time met the sister of the fighter. She in the backstory of the fighter, she's a bard, and now she's a bard pirate. And she and her crew were like, well, it appears that they were wanting to kidnap the wizard. Yeah, I kind of make this well for a couple of reasons, but the main reason why I chose like this too was to make a connection between the players. So that's sneaky me. Hopefully they connect like better then. Anyway, the kidnapping, the players of course messed with the kidnapping. They stole the heads of the pirates, and they discovered they were actually disguise heads, and the pirates are drow. So that's interesting. And they also like the wizard, that the staff he found in Temple of Gond he gave to his wizard mentor. And the fighter gave like a note to the his pirate sister. So that's interesting. I can't wait to see where those two things go. Anyway, they were chased away, chased by the Fane again, who was now like a little bit bigger. And they went to like an alleyway, and they fought once again just like the 2 sessions ago, to bully Dragonborn noble who is also from the fighter's backstory. This time he was like bullying the 3 orphan kids. So the players put a stop to that, and they gave the heads of the skies from the pirates. They gave them to the kids. So that's I did not expect that, and that I thought it was pretty funny. They also stole some gold from this guy and gave him to the orphan girl, and they kinda sorta slashed the noble's throat, but he did leave like a potion of health behind, potion of healing. I'm pretty sure that still counts like attempted murder of a noble, so that's that's a serious crime in Waterdeep. So I'm very excited to build from there where this is going. Finally, the big thing, as big as the city, showed up here, towering above them, and I also described, which I think is a bit of a shame. Let's see. I also described that above him, a black castle tower was floating in the sky, and I think I shouldn't have used the castle. During prep, the castle tower was another idea I had floating around in my mind, but it never really come to fruition. This was near the end of the session. We're like 5 minutes. We're gonna stop. We're that close. Like you need to see. And yeah, I don't think I should have like just tossed that castle tower idea in here. It was kind of confusing, I think, and very rushed. Maybe if you had like 20 minutes or so, whatever, maybe it would make more sense then. But I think I pushed a little bit of a thing in at the end that wasn't needed. So yeah, that's a shame, but what you gonna do? It's not the end of the world. Anyway, the Time Lord ushered the 2 back to their seats in the tavern, because time is before time resets, we need to be back in place. And I kinda ended the session with the Labelas Enoreth. He blessed the Morning Star of the fighter, which about previous session I already talked a little bit about. They haven't really found any cool magic items and such yet, so this is a little bit of a way to compensate for that. Plus, I think it's a pretty cool a magic item with a custom magic item with a unique story behind it. I think that could be cool. All I have to do now is like discover what the mace actually does. Morningstar, my mistake. I was thinking about just an extra dice of damage, maybe, plus maybe the Morningstar can be summoned through time, like I was also thinking maybe the rod of the immovable rod, but I remember from previous campaign that they had no idea what to do with an immovable rod, so maybe I shouldn't do that. Anyway, that's a thing I will think about for tonight, because that's when we play again. Anyway, that brings us to conclusion time, and this time the conclusion is pretty short. I think weird sessions are fun. That's the lesson. That's it. That's the lesson I'm taking away this time. Yeah, this was a weird session, but also a really fun session, and I think it's once in a while it's pretty cool to just spice the game up with some weirdness. Yeah, cheers.